Hello, everyone. My name is Edward Osredkar, and I'm the host of Edward Osredkar'S Entertainer Chat. And today I have the pleasure of not only having one, but two people on my show today, one of which is my guest co-host, Andrew Vandelay, from Belgium, but coming from the Netherlands today. He's an actor, director, a producer, writer, filmmaker, you name it, Andrew can do it, right, Andrew?
I try to do it.
Okay,
That's
okay.
good. I'm
Hey,
trying. I'm
well,
trying.
what you've done so far has impressed me. So, I mean, that's far and above, far and above. So, uh, my second person on my show today is Darby Ortega, and she is from Nicaragua, and she recently received her IFBB Pro card in the IFBB Pro League, and she's done many, many things, getting involved in the bodybuilding and wellness and nutrition and all of that. And we'll get into all that with Darby in the time that we spend with her today. So first, I will say, Andrew, welcome to the show. Welcome to be a
Thank you so
guest
much.
co-host. And how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. It's now 9 o'clock in the evening. Had a wonderful day, preparing some new stuff, new projects for the future. Uh, and also, we have some exciting news about the festival that we'll be posting the coming days. So, very good.
Okay, okay. I look forward to it, and I know everybody. I know everybody out there in video land. Part of my audience there in video land is looking forward to the post, and we'll be sure to keep updated and checking out your web page and your Instagram page and social media for all of that. So
Mhm.
welcome again, and
Thank
thank
you.
you for accepting my invitation to be a guest co-host today. And now we turn to Darby. Just explained to all of you what Darby is all about her professional career there. So I'll say, Darby, welcome to the show, and how are you doing today?
Hello, everybody. Thank you to invite me to your show. I am recently finally in my workout today, but I'm here because we are going to know more about me, about my IFBB Pro Cord.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean you've done so many things in recent years. I mean it's really impressive that what you have done and to already have your IFBB Pro card. I mean it's just a great achievement. What you've achieved and what you do for your sport and in representing the Nicaragua and all that. So I'll get right into the questions for you. So, like I tell all my guests, what I usually like to do is I like to find out how my guests got interested in the profession they're in and what got going on now, and plans for the future, and also kind of touch upon like a personal note to get to know my guests like off the stage, whether it's IFBB or acting or away from the camera if they're acting in films. So Darby, I'll pose this first question to you. What made you decide to become interested in wellness, and how did you become interested in bodybuilding?
Well, I decided to get into bodybuilding after having my little princess. My dream was to have a six pack in my abs. So I always remember when I used it to see people with a beautiful six pack, I say in my mind, "Oh, I would like to have that six pack." So I decided to start competing in wellness divisions because I like it the body structure of that category where it was not required much muscle in the upper body, just in the lower body. So the lower body needs to predominate in the woman's. Also, the girl needs to look like a model. The girls need to look like beautiful. And I was very interesting in this category because my structure of my body and the girl who used it to compete in the wellness category. If you see the Olympian, the top five in the Olympian, the girls are so beautiful and they just predominate the lower body and they are so beautiful. So I decided to compete it in this category because the girl looks so beautiful. And also, I wanted to have my six pack in my stomach.
Well, I don't know about Andrew, but you're talking about a six pack, and a lot of people say, well, it's too hard to work on getting a six pack. Maybe I'll just go down to the local store and get a six pack, like a beer or something like that. So I try to stay away from that kind of a six pack. So let's see, what is it? A six pack of cerveza.
I remember it was two options in this case. Um, the first option is to make a surgery. If you want to make a surgery, I remember that. And another option was to make exercise. So I decided to make exercise every day and lose the body fat, and then I got it. I got it, and I got my six pack.
Uh-huh. Well, that must have taken a lot of discipline, right? I mean, to be at it day after day after day, and probably some days you didn't see like any results of all the effort and work you put in, but eventually the six pack came through, right? I guess you just had to be patient, right, with that?
Yes, I remember it was the first time I worked. I worked for this six pack was for 3 months. 3 months. I worked very hard to get it, and with a strict diet. And then if you put all your effort, you can came through that dreams.
Uh-huh. Well, you were saying that a lot of the competitors are like beautiful, like models, and I noticed like within the last few posts that you've had on Instagram that you've changed your hairstyle somewhat. Like in competition, it's like shorter. So,
Yeah.
like in your competition, do you usually keep it shorter to kind of accentuate like your body features, or I was just
Yeah,
wondering what the
in
reason.
your in the competition, you can look like whatever you want. If you want to if you want to put extensions or without extension, but always you need to look like a beautiful woman. The
Mhm,
category, the judges looks for a beautiful woman. The body need to be with all the requirement that they put, but the girls need to be beautiful.
mhm, mhm,
That's the
mhm,
point for the category.
mhm,
I know that there are another girls that they don't follow the instructions and
mhm,
the and the criteria of the of the divisions, but you need to follow the criteria and the
mhm, mhm,
divisions, the body
mhm,
structure that the judges want to see on the
mhm.
stage.
So then, say if they don't follow the criteria, that makes them disqualified, right? They're disqualified because they don't follow that criteria.
They lose point. They lose point when
Oh,
the
okay, okay.
yes,
Oh, so they're still part of the competition, but points are taken away from them then.
yes, they
Oh.
look for everything of the girl in the on the stage, the hair, the nails, the face. all the
Okay.
body,
Okay. Okay.
all the body with the
Okay.
structures that they are looking for.
Uh-huh.
So yes,
Well, you satisfy like the categories you're talking about, like beauty and the physique. So you satisfy both of those requirements, beauty and your physique for competition. So you've got those two things going for you. So uh, I think that kind of put you like on the fast track for your pro card. Do do some IFBB um, uh, I'll term it wannabes, that they're striving to get their pro card. Does it take some of the women longer to obtain their IFBB pro card than like others?
yes, there are another women that they take more time to get it APB Pro Corp because they need to continue
Hmm.
working very hard for the structure that they are looking for. So
Hmm.
yes, in my case, I worked for 1 year and a half very hard to
Hmm.
get that goals for me.
Hmm. Yeah, you were talking about hairstyle, like the shorter hairstyle when you're competing versus the hairstyle that you changed to now. So I think uh, for myself and Andrew, I think it would take quite a long time for us to grow our hair as long as you do right now. I know it would take much longer for me. Andrew, he might be ahead of the game with me. He might be able to he might be able to grow it a little bit longer, a little bit faster, because like they say, I don't have any shingles on the top of my roof here. So those were blown off by the wind a long time ago. So, yeah. But but the other part of my question about wellness. So you've had to become like quite a nutrition expert as well, right? Is along with being like cognizant of like the physical requirements of your profession, right?
Yes, in my in my life, I always remember that I need to continue learning more and more about the nutritions and what my body needs different in different years. So in every year, I remember I always change my diet, always need to be different because my body was responding with the different diet that I implement in my in my competitions.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. So, which things did you have to give up to achieve that goal, and what do you miss the most of it?
Well, my first thought was when I got that pro core and I achieved that victory that cost me too much to me because it's not only for the effort that you make with your body, is also that you need to effort with economy. Here in my country, the sport, the bodybuilding
Mhm.
is very expensive. Also in other countries, very expensive too. But I decided to continue with the sport, even if the sport was very difficult, even if the sport was very expensive. I decided to continue and I achieved that victory. So
Okay.
I said I did it when I won my pro card, and it was all I wanted, all my effort and my discipline.
Hmm. Hmm. So in giving up a lot of things and sacrificing, like I mentioned before, that you finally and you recently received your IFBB Pro card in the IFBB Pro League. and it was as a woman's professional wellness athlete in the women's wellness category, IHFF women's in the IHFF women's Shuru Classic, and that must have been quite an experience. It was at the Bombay. I was reading there that it was at the Bombay Exhibition Center, uh, Gorgaon, Mumbai. Am I pronouncing that right, Darby? Goregion?
Correctagon. Correctagon.
Oh, Goregaon. Okay, okay. And also, uh, you hold the title. You're the very first woman of Nicaraguan nationality to belong to the big leagues IFB Pro League. So, with all of this being the first woman of Nicaraguan nationality and also receiving your IFBB Pro card, it's like it must have been like a surreal, like a dream experience. So achieving both of those goals, I mean, at the same time, what were your thoughts? I mean, how did it make you feel? What were your thoughts when you achieved both of those, so close together?
First time I was very impressive in my heart was very impressive, and my first thought was to thank God because He helped me with all with these preparations. I put all my faith of Him, and I remember I said when I finished my last competition that was in Panama. Um, I am not going to continue with this sport. But then I say I am going to continue. I am going to put all my faith of God, and this year I am going to finish my year being IFBB Pro Wellness in my category.
Mhm.
So I did it, and I thank to God because that was my first thought.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
I'd say.
Yeah. So, so you must have had uh, those goals in mind like a long time ago when you first started this, or was it just something that happened and you didn't expect it?
Well, I didn't expect it to be a PV Pro very soon, but like I told to you, I put all my faith in. It, for me, it was a dream, and also
Mhm.
it's a big dream for all the athletes here in Nicaragua and also around the world to get your pro card.
Oh yeah.
And I put my country
Hmm.
in the top, winning that pro card.
Yeah, I was just going to say that you are a great role model for your country with bringing the world's attention to your sport in Nicaragua. And I've got to believe that you are a big role model for a lot of the young women and young girls in Nicaragua and who maybe have thought about a career like that or maybe they didn't, but then seeing you there up on the stage kind of ignited a flame, like a flame of uh, uh, energy or passion for the sport. So, uh, yeah, I think you've done a great thing, and uh, I think there's going to be a lot of young women and young girls that are going to want to follow in your footsteps. So, I think you probably will see a lot more women competitors from Nicaragua, and not only that, but probably you've given a lot of a lot of interest to the young men and young boys and uh, to put IFBB on the forefront for Nicaragua. So yeah, so congratulations for you for doing that. Whether or not you realized it, I think you've done Well, I think you know that you've done a great thing, but it's probably more outreaching or reaches out farther than maybe any of us can realize right now. So congratulations to you, Darby.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know that with that winning, I motivate to another girls to continue on my
Uh-huh.
way.
Uh-huh. Well, I think that you've set the path like for the next generation, I think that you've kind of raised the bar so that others will want to raise their own like physical and mental bars to try to pattern their life after you. So I think you can feel very satisfied in that, in knowing that. So yeah, that's got to be a great feeling to know that you're leading the way. You're like the trailblazer for Nicaragua, right?
Kind of role model for the future.
Yeah, definitely,
Yes,
definitely, yeah.
for the future, the girls that want to continue with this sport, they are going to see that there was one girl in Nicaragua with less um with less money that maybe in another country, and she can do it.
hmm hmm Yeah, I'm just going to go back to something we were talking before about like nutrition and everything. And I know Andrew, you were asking Darby about giving up things, like
Mhm.
especially foods that she had to concentrate on what foods that she had to give up uh, to see her goals. So I'll turn it over to you, Andrew. If you have anything else to ask Darby about
Yeah,
other things that
thank
she
you.
gave up in order to get her goal.
Yeah, yeah, all things like food. What do you miss the most when you have to train? I know as an actor, sometimes have to gain 20 pounds, lose 20 pounds, and now it's very hard to achieve that goal. And my question to you is, what do you miss the most at that time of food or a social life to give up for that goal? What do you miss the most?
I remember I miss the sweet. I love the sweet, and I I remember it was very hard for me when I was in preparation. The last time of my preparations, I was missing a lot the sweet. It was my weakness for
Mhm.
me. So, but if you want to lose pound and you have a goals thing, you need to be with 20 pounds or 10 pounds in less in 1 month, in 2 months. You
Mhm.
need to focus on yourself, and you need to have your mind very hard and say that I am going to focus my mind. I am not going to eat sweetness. I am not going to eat cheat meals, because you don't have to eat cheat meals. You don't have to eat sweetness. It's a very, very strict diet. So I remember also that I don't have night out, and your life is completely different when you are focused in some things that you need to do.
Mhm.
But if you have your mind very focused, you can get it.
Mhm. Yeah, I can understand a little bit. I think it's so also very hard. Um, that's my opinion, of course. When you are on a diet and suddenly wherever you go, you see sweets. You go to the stores, you see more sweets. Like they have bought a lot of sweets, more in the store to get the addiction for the sweets. So I can imagine it's a very hard and especially for mental to be fighting against yeah the things that you miss.
Yes, I remember when I was traveling the last day of my preparations, and I was in the airport. Just you know that when you go to an airport it all the things smell very good.
Mhm.
You
Yes,
pass
yes.
for this store, you pass for another store, and I was like a zombie walking around in the
Uh-oh.
airport
Uh-oh.
because all the things smell very good. And well, my solution was my bottle of water.
Oh, very good solution. Very
Yeah,
good
that
solution.
yeah, that's
And
very
another tips that I want to give you is chewable gums, chewable gum. I
Mhm.
I use it to eat chewable gums and my bottle of water.
oh,
That's
okay.
that's
Okay.
enough.
Yeah. No, that's a good strategy. Drink all the water you can to fill up your stomach as much as you can so you don't have any room for food in it, right?
Yes, when you drink a bottle of water, your stomach is very full.
It's like if you have too much water, it's like you're sitting on a balloon full of water, right? Your stomach gets all full of balloon, like a water balloon or something like that. But yeah, I don't know about you, Andrew, but like when it comes to sweets, I got such a sweet tooth. I always label myself as a chocoholic. When I see chocolate, that's it. It's like I gotta go, no, no, turn away, la 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 like that. Don't pay any attention to the sweets or anything like that. So
Yeah, I understand. Very good. Like when we met in Italy, tiramisu is for my sweet
yes, yes, yes.
food. Don't push me with tiramisu. I will eat it. One
Me
kilo,
too.
2 kilo, just
That's right, Andrew. Honestly, the night of the film festival there in the Millesimo, Italy, where this was Darby, this film festival last year, they had like a meal beforehand, and like Andrew was saying, there's just so many dishes on the table and so many goodies and food, and it's like. Yeah, it's like it's like I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Take a breath of
run,
fresh air.
Forrest, run.
Yeah, run, run, run. There's a lot of places to run in Milesimo, a lot of places to run. So
Mm.
we ran as quick as we could. So yeah, so um, yeah. I just wanted to continue the what you were talking about, Darby, about your uh, rise in the IFBB ranks. I noticed that in your post that was it late last year, you competed in the NPC Panama Muscle Show at the NPC Worldwide Panama in let's see, in August 2024, and that was in Toronto, Canada. And then also you competed in the Olympic Amateur India 2024 in Mumbai, India, which we touched upon before. So, with all of those competitions already under your belt, and you got your IFBB pro card, first woman in Nicaragua in this profession. What other competitions are you preparing for right now?
Well, in this moment, I don't have any competition planning in my mind because at this moment I'm trying to enjoy the sweetness, the food, and all the things that I
It
that I
all,
don't in
yes.
1 year and a half. I
Yeah.
paused 1 year and a half doing a street diet. So I disconnect my mind in this moment for competition.
You're just like us. You're just like Andrew and I. We concentrate on the food and the sweets and good for you, Good for you, Darby. Go for it as much as you want. Enjoy your time off. So yeah.
Now is
He's
my
entering
time
the
to
sweet
enjoy them.
competition.
I am going to decide when I am going to compete, but for this moment, I am not.
Okay. Okay, no, no, enjoy it, enjoy it. So when you do think about what you're going to do after you're enjoying all of this here, what competitions do you think that you'll enter, or competitions would you like to enter, and where would they be? Uh, Other countries like besides like India and Canada, or uh, you know,
Well, Canada is a good country, but maybe in United States, maybe can be this year, the next one.
uh-huh,
I don't know where because there are a lot of competitions around the United States because the the federations is from United States. So maybe probably can be United States.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that I've seen like a lot of posts for different things where they have events like in California, like Los Angeles. They have other events like down in Florida, the state of Florida, Miami. Uh,
Mhm.
which for you from Nicaragua, from personal experience, I know it's not that long of a trip, right? From Miami to Nicaragua, maybe by plane, what, 2.5, maybe two and a
So,
half hours at the most, or about,
yes,
yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, there's a lot of different opportunities, and probably, well, a lot of opportunities, but though those are the top areas that I can think of, either like California or Florida, like that. I'll keep quiet for now because I know that Andrew wants to ask another question. Go and
Oh, yes.
go, Andrew.
Yeah, because that's I want to ask because I'm hearing from Edward and you there's a lot of competitions like Miami, Los Angeles, but here in Europe we don't know that. It's rather unknown. Fitness, wellness, pro. I never heard about it, to be honest. It was the first time I heard about it. But okay, I didn't know it exists. And my question is, if you look like football, basketball, tennis, Formula One, everybody knows it around the world. When we talk about Senna, when we talk about Jordan, everybody knows them around the world. But your sport is rather unknown. There's not a lot of attention of the media, like here in the Netherlands. There's never, but never on the television. It is search on Google. There's only one competition each year, and only one club. So it's rather unknown. And what do you think? Do you have an idea that your sport can get more attention of the media or more known in the world? Do you have any ideas about it?
well, maybe the more things that the sport can be more seen for the people is to having more sponsors. Why
Mm-hmm,
sponsors? Because if the bodybuilding could have more sponsors, maybe the people know it more about the sport. Is
mm-hmm,
that a sport that no one want to no one want to see because um, I don't know if it's like the people don't want to want to see because they see that the girls look like a man, or
mm-hmm,
they have a wrong a wrong idea about the sport because nowadays there are different categories. And
mm-hmm,
I remember a long time ago there doesn't exist that category. The wellness divisions start to being on stage on 2016. It was born in Brazil,
mm-hmm,
and after that, the division start to grow out around the world. But I remember when the wellness category born in 2016, it was just in Brazil. Then start to grow up in around the world, and the girls start to be interesting in that category because like I was explaining to you, the girls need to look like a beautiful woman with
Yeah.
with a lower body, with a big lower body. The upper body needs to be small. The face need to be beautiful. So I also remember that um they just exist the bikini and like maybe another category in the women divisions. So the people got the idea that the women's in the bodybuildings, all the women need to look like a man's, and it's not the idea of the sport.
Yeah,
But
I
I
understand.
also in my country we don't have we don't have much people that know about the sport. We have few peoples competing in the bodybuildings.
Mhm.
But I also see in Europe, United States, Asians, eh, I see that the sport developed in these 2 years. The sport started to develop around the world with more competitions and also with more people competing. I know that is still unknown in say in kind of part of countries, but maybe because we don't have enough sponsor. I know that in football, sport, boxing, they have a lot of publicity,
Hmm.
and we
Yeah.
don't have a
Yeah.
lot of publicity. We need more publicity, and we need more sponsor
True.
to to know more about
Mhm.
Hmm.
I
the
think so.
bodybuilding.
I think it's very important that because when thinking about bodybuilding or something like that, I'm thinking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bomb. But when I saw your pictures, was oh my God, it's also something else. And I think it's so important that the world has to know it's not only the style of Arnold Schwarzenegger, no, it's also very beautiful, detail, like you said, to be a beautiful woman, just a little bit of muscles, not too much, but the figure of a woman. And I think that's the problem that need to have exactly more sponsors to get on the world. Look, that is also bodybuilding, that is so wellness. Come and visit us. It's also a very beautiful sport.
Yes, it's a beautiful sport. It's a very hard sport, but also in the competition, I they have a wrong idea how they need to develop their body, because I can follow the instructions, but there are another girls that don't follow the instructions of the category. So
Mhm,
that get a wrong idea for another girls, and they get it confused with the category. Because
mhm.
you can look me that I am like this, I'm like a model, but you are going to see another girl that is in the same category that is different,
Oh.
completely different.
Okay.
But
So we don't.
the real structure are from top five of Olympian. Top five Olympian, they are the real structure that they are asking for the woman. If there are another girls that they are doing another things, another body structure
Mhm.
is not part of the
Oh.
category.
No. And that's where you were mentioning before, if they don't follow all the rules of the category, they're allowed to compete, but points are taken away from them, right? In that instance?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So uh when women's bodybuilding, say, first came on the scene, did it start with just like the bodybuilding category, and then from there, it was realized that they could make themselves like not so muscular, but like you were saying, to consider like beauty and like you were saying like the smaller muscular structure on top and focusing like more on the lower body. So did it start with, say, women's like bulk bodybuilding, and then all the other categories came from that?
Yes, there are many girls that start with these structures and also they follow and continue
Hmm.
with the criteria. But there are also another girls that they start to grow a lot, and a lot. And so,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so they are not doing the instruction that they need to do.
Hmm. So, since you're like on the forefront of the IFBB women in Nicaragua, uh, are there a lot of male competitors in the IFBB or not so
No,
many?
there are just one male in
Oh,
Nicaragua.
really?
There are just one male in Nicaragua that is IFBB Pro.
Wow.
Uh, he won in 2018.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
I don't know, is 75 kilograms.
uh-huh,
I
uh-huh,
think it's the category of him,
uh-huh.
but just him and me
Oh
with
my
the
gosh,
nationality.
I did not realize that. I mean, through your posts, I learned that you like are the only and the first woman in Nicaragua, but I didn't realize that it was the same thing in the men's category that there was only one. Wow.
Yes, there are few. Also because the NPC doesn't exist in Nicaragua,
Uh-huh.
so all the athletes that want to become IFBB Pro need to travel to another countries.
Oh, okay. So even like on the male side, so even before like a male would consider in competing, he's got to travel like to the US in order to train?
Yes, I thought that she won in Argentina. I thought it was in Argentina
Oh,
that he won his pro card.
oh, okay. So they can get their training in Argentina then, which is so much more convenient since probably would be more like easier and more convenient for someone from Nicaragua to travel like to Argentina.
The opportunity that we have in Latin America, the NPC is that we have an NPC worldwide that is in from just for Latin America. So for us, the people that doesn't have visa, so they can travel to Latin America, Brazil,
Oh,
Argentina,
okay. Okay.
Bolivia, Chile.
Okay.
Yes, so you can travel to this part of Latin America.
Oh,
Then,
okay.
when you got your pro card, you need to go to the pro
Okay.
shows to the
Okay.
United States and other country.
Uh-huh. So then they can get the same level of training there in those other countries instead of going to the USA where they can get all their experience and training then?
Yes,
Okay.
the, and the man that won the pro card he's a very strong man that worked very hard for this pro card too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, both you and the gentleman in the men's category, uh, I think you're both great role models, for the young people coming up in, well, not only Nicaragua, but also the other Central American and South American countries. So yeah, so I think both you and him have started a great thing for yeah, like for the next generation. So yeah, yeah. So so aside from all of this of what Andrew and I have been asking you about how much you have to dedicate yourself physically and mentally to prepare and where to go to prepare and to obtain your card. Uh, I happened to notice that there were photos on Instagram of both you and your little daughter. I thought that was quite cute that you were both like dressed in the same dresses, right? Like the same dresses.
Yes.
I says, oh, I
The Mother's Day, it was in Mother's Day.
Yeah, I says, how cute. Um, so you're both posing, and you're both pictured there in wearing the same type of dress. So, seeing everything that you've done, uh, your daughters say, seeing everything that you've done and you're achieved. And I just got to put this in that you refer to your daughter as your little princess, right? Your little princess.
Yes, it's my treasure.
Yeah, yeah. No, I thought that was cute too. You called her your little princess. But do you think that seeing everything that you've done and you've achieved, do you think that that will like inspire her to a wellness lifestyle like good nutrition and health and exercise, or even to become an IFB pro
Well, I would
someday?
like to, I would like to, well, I love my princess. Yes, it's my treasure. I would like my daughter to be inspired by me when she ropes out to achieve big goals in
Hmm.
whatever she wants to be. I will always be her motivations, but I would like, I am going to be with her in wherever she wants to be. If she wants to be a bodybuilding, if she wants to be a dancer, that is going to be a decisions of her.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
So,
think you are really, oh,
no, go
sorry.
ahead.
I think you're really a big role model for your daughter because you gave up a lot of things. You had your goal in your life. You're a really beautiful role model as a mother. And it's so nice to hear that you don't push her or something, but that you want to be an inspiration for her. Like, put it like this. And you are really also a really big inspiration for everybody. I don't think it's only for your daughter, but also for the other people
Thank
uh,
you.
around the world.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
Yes, yes, thank you so much for that. Yes, I am going to be inspired for my daughter and also to all the people to continue and became their dreams come true because nothing is impossible. Always, if you want to get some things, if you want to make your dreams come true, you just need to have faith on God, and that's it.
mhm, mhm, mhm. Well, I think you've done like a great job in instilling in your daughter to have the passion. If anything else, you've instilled her in her like the passion and the drive, like you were mentioning, to like pursue whatever future path that she wanted to, not necessarily bodybuilding, but uh, you've given her like the basic groundwork, like a good stable groundwork to have her centered so that she'll be able to decide on whatever focus in life that she should decide to follow. So yeah, so. Yeah, Darby, I really have to thank you for being on the program today and for enlightening us on
Thank you to you.
yeah, enlightening us on bodybuilding in general. Like we were all talking about both the men's and the women's division, and like I mentioned, I never realized that there was only one man in the male category, and uh, knew that there was only one woman in the category only because I read your Instagram post about it. So yeah, and then Andrew, I've got to thank you for accepting the invitation to be my guest co-host today. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show. I haven't seen you in it will be almost a year, so this is the
Yeah,
next this is the next best thing to a face-to-face conversation. That's all we can do right now, right? We've got a
yeah.
glass screen in between us, so that's as close as of a meeting as we can get right now. So, but
For this
Thank,
moment, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
thank you very much for the interview today. It was a pleasure to
our
me too
pleasure.
to be here with you and with Andrew. Nice to
Uh-huh.
meet you for both of you.
Thank you
And
so
well,
much.
Yeah.
and I hope to see you in another interview.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're always welcome to be on the show, as is Andrew's always welcome to be on the show. So yeah, whenever your schedule is free with all the things you're doing, just let me know and we can work something out, just like we did today, meeting from different parts of the world, right?
Exactly.
Perfect,
That's
perfect.
right, right. It's
Great.
yeah, it's like me in North America, Darby down in Southern Hemisphere, Andrew all the way in the Netherlands. So this is an
All the work.
international interview, right?
Well,
Yeah,
today is in the Netherlands. Next time, maybe.
Hey, like they say never, right, Andrew? Never say never, right?
Never say
say never.
never.
Okay, well, yeah, once again, thank you both for being on the show and everyone. My name is Edward Osredkar, the host of Edward Osredkar's Entertainer Chat. And today I've had double the pleasure of not only having a guest co-host in Andrew Vandelay, actor, filmmaker, director, producer from the Netherlands, and the talk show guest, Darby Ortega from Nicaragua, the very first woman from Nicaragua to be IFBB Pro Card, and she also has the distinction of getting her Pro Card besides. So until my next talk show, you never know who I'm going to be talking to next. You never know who my guest co-host is going to be. So until next time, have a good day, have a good life, and we'll see you soon, and we'll see you next time. So long.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye bye.